He didn't say goodbye. Just a folded note on the kitchen table with my name on it. His handwriting, messy, rushed, a little slanted. I recognized it instantly. It was the same way he wrote grocery lists, notes on the fridge, the occasional sorry when words felt too heavy. I stood there for a long time before touching it. Maybe I already knew it wouldn't make sense. Maybe some part of me didn't want it to. When I finally opened it, I didn't find a message. Not really, just lines. Curved, angled, looping symbols that looked like a language, but weren't. No letters I recognized, no words I could make out. It felt like he had written something only he could read, something private, something final. At first I thought it was some kind of code. He used to love riddles, crosswords, word games. We once spent an entire Sunday trying to decipher a made-up language from an old book we found in a thrift store. I thought maybe this was the same, that I just needed time. So I sat at the table for hours, notebook open, pen in hand, trying to match patterns, count repetitions. I even Googled ancient alphabets, secret ciphers, anything that could give it meaning, but nothing matched. I started wondering if it was gibberish, or if that was the point. Maybe it wasn't meant to be read. Maybe it was just a way to say, "Don't look for me," without saying anything at all. That night, I left the note on the kitchen counter. I kept glancing at it, like it might suddenly reveal itself, like the message was buried just beneath the surface, waiting for the right kind of quiet to speak. I didn't tell anyone, not right away. How do you explain that someone left you without a word, but also with something that felt louder than words ever could? It wasn't just that he was gone. It was the way he disappeared without offering even a hint of himself. Just that strange note. Just a silence that didn't feel empty but full of questions. I kept the note with me, folded in my pocket, tucked under my pillow, sometimes just held in my hands like it might warm me if I waited long enough. It didn't. But I couldn't throw it away. That felt like giving up on understanding him, like closing a door he'd already locked behind him. A week passed, then 2. Friends started asking questions. Where is he? Did you two split up? Did he say anything? I lied. Said he needed space. That we were figuring things out. I didn't want to see the look on their faces when I told them I didn't even know if he was okay. That he left a note I couldn't read and no one could help me understand it. Late one night I dreamt he was sitting at the edge of our bed. He didn't speak, just looked at me like he was sorry for something too big to explain. When I woke up, my pillow was wet with tears I didn't remember shedding, and the note was on the floor, unfolded like it had opened itself while I slept. I stared at it for what felt like hours. I tried again, line by line, symbol by symbol, but it just sat there, still foreign, still stubborn, still full of meaning I wasn't allowed to access. It's been a month now, and I no longer check the mailbox hoping for his handwriting. I've stopped reaching for my phone, imagining I'll see his name light up the screen. The note still sits in the drawer beside my bed, untouched. I know every corner of it, every bend in the paper. It hasn't changed, but maybe I have. I've stopped trying to read it, not out of defeat, but out of quiet acceptance. I started to realize it wasn't a puzzle waiting to be solved. It was a wall he left behind, a final gesture that said everything he couldn't say with words. Maybe he didn't want me to understand. Maybe the confusion was the message. I used to hate that. Now, I think I understand more than I thought I did. For the longest time, I believed closure required explanation, that to move forward I needed clarity, a reason, an answer, something clean and final. But now I know that closure can also be quiet. It can be a drawer that stays closed, a question that no longer needs asking, a day where you don't wonder if he's coming back, because you know he's not. I still see him in dreams. Sometimes he's close enough to touch. Sometimes he's just a figure across a room. He never speaks. He never runs. He just looks at me like he wishes I'd stop trying to understand. Like knowing would only make it harder. And every time I wake up, I feel lighter. Like the not knowing is finally enough. One morning, I opened the drawer again. I unfolded the note, looked at the strange curves, the silent symbols. They didn't hurt anymore. They didn't confuse me. They simply were. A moment frozen in time that no longer needed meaning, just space. I whispered to the empty room. I don't need to know. It's okay. Then I folded it again, gently, and put it back. The kettle was boiling in the kitchen. I made coffee for one, and this time it felt like enough. If this story stayed with you, there are more waiting. Subscribe for new mini audiobooks every day, and thank you for listening.